Hey there guys, how are you? It's me Dion here. I hope you're all fine and welcome to The Divine. And in today's video, we're going to be figuring out your life purpose and what your destiny is, what you're here for, what you are meant to do in life, and what challenges you are meant to overcome. It'll be a really interesting detailed read that I have for you guys today. I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my subscribers, Rachel. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I am eternally grateful for your donation. It meant the world to me, and you cannot believe how happy I was when I saw that notification. Thank you so much. All of your guys' support means so much to me. Also, if you want, you can follow my Instagram. I always love having you guys over there. And yeah, with that being said, let's get to today's video. This is what we're gonna do. I haven't shuffled any of the cards. We're doing that live on camera. Don't worry, it's not gonna take too long because they are very quick to jump out usually. And then we are also gonna have a look at some self-made keywords that I made. You enjoyed these when I made them in my soulmate video, and I decided to incorporate them again in this video. And written on them are some talents, purposes that might be relevant in your life in particular. I have to say, I do love including my little keywords because they allow us to go way further into detail, and they usually do give us amazing details about your life. So choose your pile. If the cards are a little distracting, I'm gonna remove them for you. I want you to choose one of these 5 piles based on your intuition and based on what you think, which one of these cards capture the essence of your life, and which one of these cards you think truly can reveal your life purpose. Is there any card that you are drawn to way more than the others for some reason? Then choose that card and we will see what your purpose is. You can feel free to choose multiple ones or as many as you like. Who knows, there might even be some overlapping information in multiple piles. Alright, now please head over to the description or simply select your desired chapter on the YouTube video itself. And we're gonna get started with the rose quartz. Hey there, group number 1 rose quartz. Let's find out what your life purpose and destiny is in this lifetime, in this incarnation. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards a little and wait for a sign, and we're going to be using a spread today that I like to use regularly. So let's just have a look. All right, this is going to be your life purpose, the challenge, the solution, what's blocking, and what's ultimately helping you achieve your goals. So let's take a look at what these cards are. As for your life purpose, it is the Page of Pentacles. Wow, you guys are the entrepreneurs, huh? Okay, let's have a look at the challenge. It seems to be the Emperor. What's the solution? The King of Swords. What's blocking you is the 7 of Pentacles. And what's ultimately helping you is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, really interesting. This seems to be very career-oriented. So if that's what your life is like, then this is likely the reading for you. So let's get into all of these cards and what they mean exactly. So as I've sort of hinted at before, I do think it is your guys' destiny. It is in your life purpose to be some sort of entrepreneur or to be very successful with your business, possibly your own business. Because I can see that it's just fate for you to make a name for yourself or your brand. I think you are really meant to be well known by a lot of people, and if not you directly, then it is your brand that is extremely well known by a lot of people because you are meant to be very innovative, and you are meant to be reaching a lot of potential customers, a lot of people with your brand, with what it is that you do. This is something that you're extremely enthusiastic about, like a very personal project or a personal issue for you that you wanna sort of base your brand around, if that makes sense. And the challenge for you is to just figure out well, how do I do this? How do I become my own boss? How can I figure all of this stuff out? And how can I get this structure that I need? Because a lot of you guys are actually meant to be self-employed. And the question is just, how do I really get to that point where I need to be in your case? Because being your own boss can be tough sometimes, and you need to stick to some sort of schedule. You need to learn how to be more disciplined with your own work. When you have all this work and there's no one that tells you how and when to do it, right? You're your own boss, and the challenge for you is to figure out, how do I do this? Or maybe how do I get from my 9 to 5 job to where I want to be, to that fulfilling lifestyle that I actually want to live, because I know that I am meant to be my own boss. And if it's not resonating until now, then it's probably not the reading for you. But this is kind of what I'm seeing as for your life purpose, because you guys are meant to be free. You guys aren't meant to stay in this bubble. You guys aren't meant to work for someone. That's just what I'm seeing here, because you guys are very, very free-spirited naturally, like a hippie. Like, look at him and how he's presenting himself. Like, he just wants the world to be his oyster. He just wants to be able to do whatever he's wanting to do at that point, at that time, at any given time. And he's doing whatever he pleases, okay? And that's who I see you to be. This is you in your truest form. This is your highest self, because your highest self is not bound to any job, is not bound to any place. For you guys, I can see it is in your destiny that you're going to experience so much and moving around quite a bit. I can see you in your lifetime before you finally settle down, which is going to be pretty late. I'm going to say that I see you guys moving around a lot, because maybe you're trying to figure out, where can I reap the most benefits out of this business? Where is it most valuable? Where is it needed? Okay. And you're going to be, I do see you moving around quite a bit before you finally settle down in life. I would say at, I don't know, late 20s, 30s maybe, or even later. But you guys are definitely someone to experience. You guys are meant to be self-employed. You guys are meant to make your own money. And I'm thinking, you guys aren't even about getting rich. You guys, it's not really important for you to have millions in your bank account. I think what's more important to you is to live a healthy, mentally healthy, sustainable lifestyle that just makes you happy, because being rich means having everything you need and being content with the way you're living. And I think that's what it's all about for you guys. And although I do have to say, for some of you, I do see you guys getting really, really rich. But again, that's up to you. I can't really just disclose that with the amount of information that I'm getting. I can't say you're going to be a millionaire, because that's up to you, whether you have that millionaire mindset or not. But you guys are certainly meant to do something big. You guys are certainly meant to inspire, because you are the originators. You are meant to be original. Exactly, that's what I'm seeing here with the card that's helping you. What is helping you is the Ace of Pentacles. So it is a innovative, I don't even know how to pronounce that, sorry. But it's a really innovative idea that no one's done before. So what's eventually going to help you out in life is doing something that no one else has done before. If you're thinking about your business, about your brand, the way it's gotten successful is by doing things that no one's dared to do before. Again, I'm seeing that you're a little bit of a daredevil. You're doing things that no one else has, again, dared to do. And that's what makes you and your business thrive. People love to see it. If you're an artist or if you're a creator, then you're doing things that no one's ever done. No one's ever maybe had the guts to do or simply been willing to do. And that's why you're so popular. That's why you're better suited for this type of career than other people, because you're so original. you don't copy others and what they do and see what's trendy, because a lot of the time brands are just trying to do whatever's trending, whatever's good, whatever seems to be loved by many. You might be doing that at one point or the other, but I'm seeing you, the core of this is that you are someone that's original and you're the trendsetter that all the other brands are gonna look at and see, we want to copy that because they're so original. They're doing so well and we want to kind of do that. Like, you're the one that is being copied by others because you're just doing so well, instead of having to copy other people and what they do. Because I can see you're really, really meant to do something great. And a lot of you guys are actually meant to make a name for yourself. Like, when you think of your name or your stage name or your artist name, a lot of people are gonna know this name and they're gonna hear it and they're gonna know who this is, this person. This doesn't have to resonate for you. Again, it could also be more about the brand that you have, but for a lot of you, as you guys are self-employed, maybe you guys are a little bit of a celebrity right there. Maybe you're meant to be a little bit of a celebrity. But I can just see that a lot of people know your name, and if not your name directly, then they're going to know your brand's name. That's certainly what you're meant to do. And that's certainly what your life's meant to be like. I'm just thinking, especially with the Emperor, although it is a challenge for you to find this kind of structure and to organize everything by yourself, I do think it ultimately motivates you to think about the future and think about all the nice things that you're going to have and how free you can be with this kind of career. Because I do ultimately see you as someone who doesn't like being commanded. You guys are definitely not meant for this regular 9-to-5 job, daytime job or nighttime job that there's someone telling you what to do. You complete all of your work, then you go home, then you watch TV, and then the next day starts all over again, and then you might have 2 days off on the weekend. I don't see you fitting in there, in that type of life. I don't. And if that's the life you're currently living, then you might want to reevaluate, because if you want to trust this tarot reading, then the universe is trying to tell you that you are meant for so much more. And if you're still working a 9-to-5 job, then the universe is saying, again, if it doesn't resonate, then don't take it. But the universe is saying, there's something that you're so passionate about that no one else has done, and you're just scared that it's not going to be received well. But you know that you're so passionate about it, and that you want to have this brand, and that you want to do this actually. And if that's resonating, then think about it. Reevaluate, okay? Think about starting something, because it's never too late. Again, the card that's helping you is the Ace. That's something new, is starting off, because everyone has to start at some point, and it's never too late to have an extra source of income, right? So yeah, what's helping you is this idea that you have, this you know what I'm saying? This new idea that you have that you want to turn into a career. That's really, really supporting you, because not a lot of people have this amount of creativity within themselves that they can actually come up with something as sophisticated as your idea, because I'm really thinking that you are meant to turn this into a career. And then again, I think what's blocking you is ultimately the fact that there's so much competition and the thought of not being recognized right away. Because if we look at the Seven of Pentacles, he's constantly taking a look at what he's planted, at the seeds that he's planted, and he's worried that they're not going to grow. That's how I interpret this card in your situation. Like, he's constantly looking at it. He's not really trusting in it, because he just constantly has to lay an eye on what he's done and, is this working out for me or not? But I'm gonna tell you a little story that when I first started my YouTube channel, I was constantly worried about how I was going to be perceived, and how I was worried about, am I going to get views in? Is this something that people are going to want to watch? And the problem with that was that all I ever cared about was how people perceived it. Now that I'm just doing whatever I want to do, I see that people are naturally enjoying it a lot more. And I'm doing things that I haven't really seen any other people do. And honestly, people are loving that. People are thriving. They're thrilled to see that. You know, sometimes you have to take a risk. Like, look at my video where I just channeled random people's names. I've never seen anyone done that before, and I thought it would be a great idea. And people love that because it's original and people have never seen that done before. So really, you guys are meant to do something new, okay? And I know that you guys are very creative and you guys have very good ideas in terms of what to do. I think what's blocking you is essentially that you're not willing to get out of your comfort zone. And in order to live this kind of life, you need to take a risk. You don't need to quit your job right away, but how about just starting this project on the side and see how it works out? Because I really do think that you are meant for something great. I can't stress it enough. And if you're currently stuck in a situation that you seem to be unable to get out of, there's always a solution. But you guys need to start in order to get there. Or if you've already started, you need to trust more. You might worry a little too much about how others are going to perceive it, your product, your brand. Then you guys need to put more love in, honestly, even if it sounds cheesy, but you guys need to put more love in so that you love doing what you do. And when you love creating what you do, then automatically it doesn't really matter what other people think because you're content with it and you know that you did a hell of a good job. So automatically people are going to like it more because they see that you enjoy what you're doing. I hope that makes sense for you guys. And the solution seems to be the King of Swords. Logic. Like, cut to the chase. Stop with all that overthinking. Use simple logic. People are going to like it. Stop worrying. You should know that people are going to enjoy people are going to buy what you're selling because it's a dope ass product, or it's a good service that you're offering, and you just need to be 100% confident, because I might not be seeing you being 100% confident about what you're doing. All you need is that little extra push that you're doing a great job. And you need to know that without getting constant validation. Even if no one's telling you, you need to know that whatever you're doing is so great and is so... I want to go as far as saying it's contributing to the planet, or it's contributing to society so much what you're doing. It's helping so many people. And you guys need to own that and not be ashamed of how you're perceived, and not be ashamed of criticism either, because everyone's going to get criticized, you know? So yeah, I think I'm talking a little too much. I think we're going to get to the second part of the reading, which are my little self-made keywords that I made for you. And we'll see if they align with what I've just said. Alright, so this is the little box with keywords that I made myself, and we're just gonna see if we can get any more that align with your life purpose. So I'm just gonna ask my spirit guides, could you please show us some important keywords that have to do with this person's life purpose, whoever felt drawn to the rose quartz? What is their life purpose or destiny? Okay. All right. Okay, that's a lot. Well, let's have a look at them. First of all, we've got organizer. Yeah, I think that's definitely something that you're learning as you're becoming your own person. I realized I just switched around the cards. This one's meant to be here and vice versa, but whatever. You guys know the layout. And then we've got health. Environmentalist. Yeah, I was sort of feeling something because I said I'm gonna go as far as saying you're doing something for the planet. I feel like a lot of you guys, I feel like a lot of you guys are doing something that's really, really helping out society. Maybe, I don't even know what that could be, but if it's resonating, then great. Then let's see what else we've got. We've got animals. Wow, that's great. So we've got health, we've got environmentalists, we've got animals. Then there's passion. This is definitely something that you love doing. I think passion is something that you've got to have. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. Your projects aren't going to work out if you're not passionate about them. We've got divination, so there might be a few tarot readers out there or a few astrologers that are watching this. So then we've got fertility. Really interesting. I'm getting something in the health department for a lot of you guys. But then that's really interesting in terms of how you're self-employed. But I hope it's resonating nonetheless. We've got fertility, we've got health, we've got environmentalists, we've got animals. But that just might mean also fertility. That might mean that it is your life purpose to, well, to have children and to teach them your way of living. I think fertility could also be a sign you are meant to set children into this world and teach them better than your parents did, pretty much. Then what else do we have? We've got fortune. Fortune. That perfectly aligns with what I've said in terms of you guys are meant to be well-known. Entrepreneur, isn't that crazy? So yeah, this is definitely where the entrepreneur kicks in. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it again. You guys are meant to make your own money. You guys are very innovative, and that's it for you. Like, this is what you're meant to do, and I'm hoping that you've realized this by now. And then we've got school. So some of you guys might need to go back to school to learn something simply because you want to, because you would feel like it would be very beneficial for your career, for your ongoing or career in the future that you are going to have. Or this could mean, again, that you are meant to teach others. Substitute teacher or teacher in your free time, self-made teacher, I don't know, you teach something, okay? Like maybe you have your own school of people that you teach, or there's just something that you're teaching. I'm thinking especially in your later years, you're gonna have so much wisdom, and you're gonna be so you're just gonna know your way around that you might, especially when you're a little older, it might be your purpose to teach others your way of living, how you did it. This doesn't really talk a lot about your personal and private life. This is more about the kind of career that you're meant to have. But I hope that this is what you guys needed to hear, and this is what you've been wanting to hear. But then I do see something with animals here, health, the environment, and fertility. So yeah, that's really interesting. I do think you guys are a lover of the environment. You guys want to do better. You guys want to make a change. You genuinely want to make a change. You guys love animals. A lot of you guys might be vegan or vegetarian. Health is really important to you. So I do feel like those certainly play a big role in your personal life, all of those aspects. Being healthy, being active, eating well, eating healthy, taking care of animals. So yeah, animals and health certainly do play some sort of role in your life purpose. Really only take what resonates for you. Remember that this was a general reading, and if this is what you've been wanting to hear, awesome. And if you feel like there's more to your life purpose, feel free to choose another pile as well and see if it resonates, honestly. So yeah, at this point, thank you so much guys for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, so thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel if this has been resonating. If you want to see more content, that would mean the absolute most. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I think we are 18,000 by now, and that is just so crazy to me. Thank you so much guys, and yeah, goodbye. Have a great rest of your day, and always follow your dreams. Hey there to everyone choosing group 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's find out what your purpose and destiny is in this lifetime. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a little until I'm confident about these cards and what they're trying to say. So asking my spirit guides, what is this person's life purpose and destiny? So we're going to be using a spread for your reading that I like to use regularly, and I'm going to explain what all the cards mean. So first of all, this is going to be your purpose. This is the challenge of this lifetime. This is the solution. This is what's blocking you, and this is what's helping you. All right, now we're going to see what kind of cards you've got in your spread. First of all, the purpose of your life seems to be the Ace of Swords. We're going to get into all these cards in a second. Just let's reveal what they are first. The challenge seems to be, well, the Seven of Wands, which literally stands for obstacles and challenges, okay? So that's interesting. The solution seems to be the Sun. What's blocking you is the Three of Pentacles. And what's helping you is the Moon. Ooh, to unleash your dark side. Okay, I'm getting a very, very clear message with this one. Let me just arrange the cards for you. I'm just gonna say that your life purpose is definitely to reform and reshape society to, let's say, to your ideals, because there's so many amazing viewpoints that you have that just more people need to hear. And you guys would make amazing politicians or motivational speakers, activists. I think that's totally your thing, what I'm seeing from these cards. You guys are certainly one of the most original people because you are a trendsetter. You're not a follower. You're the one who makes something cool. Like, you're the one who does things before they're cool. And then when everyone suddenly is on that same track, you don't even want to do these things anymore because now everyone does it. But it's like your mind is able to grasp concepts so much earlier than most people. And I feel like you're so much more advanced in your way of thinking than others. And this might be a challenge with where you live. I'm getting that for some of you guys, the challenge is to express just that in your environment because a lot of you guys might be in a toxic household or used to be in a toxic family because for some reason, although you have this amazing capability, these amazing thought processes, although those are your thoughts, it does seem quite hard for you sometimes to really stand on top of them and actually not let anyone else influence your thought. I feel like that is the life lesson that you are meant to learn in this incarnation because you have some natural gifts that I can definitely pick up on here. You guys are the originators. You're the trendsetters. You might be an Aries or you're highly likely to have life path 1. Look it up if you don't know what your life path is. I'm a life path 1 myself, and I see myself in this reading, but I'm just saying you guys are the trendsetters, and that is what you're meant to do here. You're not meant to consume what other people have put on this earth because you are meant to create yourself. You could be a creator. You could be so many things. You could be an individual that's here to show others how it's done and not the opposite. You probably don't like being told what to do because you're the Ace of Swords. That is your purpose, okay? And, other people's business have no place in your life. And I feel like in this incarnation, you are learning how to fully trust your own gut, how to fully trust what you're feeling because what you're feeling is right and the way you're thinking is right. But sometimes in your environment, especially, it can be quite a challenge because the challenge is the challenge. That's what these cards say. The challenge of really standing on top of all things is what you're learning in this life. And I feel like by the end of it, you're going to be able to fully stand behind you and be like, yeah, I did that. I came up with this. And it doesn't matter the circumstances that I was put in. I always stood true to myself, to my beliefs, and I always, came out on top. That's what I'm thinking. So if we have a look at the middle, We've got the sun. That is the solution. The solution is, as cheesy as it sounds, it's happiness, is good vibes. The solution to all your problems is good energy, good vibes. And I feel like you've learned that from very early on, that you just cannot and don't want to deal with any negativity, negative people. And I just feel like the solution to everything in your life is to cut out all the toxic. That's also something the Ace of Swords does. It's like I feel like you're the most down-to-earth person I could imagine, just cutting out the BS, because although drama might sound fun sometimes, if we're being honest, you don't like drama. You just want your inner peace, and you've definitely developed that kind of thinking over the years. And I'm just seeing in these cards that, like, you're all about, good vibes only. And one quality that others probably admire about you is the fact that you can just cut anyone off. Like, you can just remove anyone from your life in an instant. If they don't deserve to be there, you can cut them off just like that. But you don't even do it in a mean and conniving way. You do it very, like, no, that was it. Like, they don't deserve to be in my life anymore. And I don't even need to freak out about it. I don't need to create any drama. It's just that I don't want to be with them, and they serve no purpose. I just feel like that's the kind of person that I would imagine reading for, like, with these cards. And yeah, I'm thinking you're the most chill type of person. You're really calm, and you probably have a really dry sense of humor. I know this reading isn't supposed to be about who you are and me trying to guess who you are as a person, but more about your purpose. But I'm just like thinking you're just really calm and collected all the time, and that is one of your natural abilities that you have. So you are very, very good with working under pressure. I don't think you mind pressure at all. You've done this all your life, and you're very much used to working under pressure, and jobs that require you to be really focused and that really require you to work under a lot of pressure, or jobs where you have a lot of responsibility would be perfect, because you have such a strong trust in yourself, or at one point you're going to trust yourself so much that these type of jobs are just no problem for you, because you know your abilities, you know your talents, you know yourself, you know your worth, and that's all that matters. I feel like in this life, you're just meant to get to know yourself and your limits, and I feel like you're doing that. You've done that from pretty early on, and live by those standards, whatever is right for you and what you allow yourself to do, what you want. This is pretty much very open-ended, but I am seeing, to keep it a little more general, that you are meant to enjoy life to the fullest. The solution to all of your problems is happiness. So you guys are actually meant to experience happiness and memories in this life, because in your past life, you might have been someone who was always too scared to do things, who never got out of their comfort zone. So this is why you've been given this chance to really put yourself out there, to become the star of the show. That's what I'm seeing in this life. You are meant to be known. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to be heard by people. You might even want to make a name for yourself, but what matters is that you are in this life meant to experience joy, experience happiness, even if the circumstances aren't ideal. You're here to go through it all, and in the process of that, getting stronger as a person, and then living life to the fullest. I do feel like other people are the only thing that are blocking you, because the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, is about listening what others have to say, is about talking to others and see how they feel about something. It is about collaborations. I feel like this might be what's holding you back. The connections that you're making are holding you back from being your true self for some reason. And I'm not saying cut all of your friends off, but I'm saying you guys might be meant to go a big portion of your life by yourself. And I don't even mean that in a bad way, but a lot of these challenges that you're going through, there's simply no one else that could relate. There's simply no one else that can understand. And you are meant to grow from all of this. And you aren't meant to constantly seek validation. You aren't meant to constantly look for approval from other people with the stuff that you're doing in your life, because you're the only one that needs to be happy in the end. The solution is to find your own happiness and not give a damn about what other people say, and not even consider what they have to say, because you guys are meant to be happy in this lifetime. Because your shadow side, your inner thoughts, your moon side helps you experience all of those emotions that might have been hidden away. And I feel like your inner emotions, I'm getting a lot of Pisces energy here. So a lot of you guys might be a Pisces or might have a Pisces moon. You have like this inner creative, artistic side that not a lot of people get to have or get to see from you. You're actually extremely creative. It's just, for you, it's not on the surface as much. It's like more on the inside. There's a lot of stuff that's hidden away that no one sees with you guys. And this is a lot about creativity. I would recommend for you guys, if you don't feel like you've truly found your purpose yet, if you feel like you are the type of person that I'm talking about, but you're not quite there yet, I do recommend doing shadow work, because there's so much, I can see that by the moon, with the moon card here. There's so much within you that's still locked away that you haven't unleashed yet. And to really get to the core of all your problems and all of your, all the stuff that you're going through, you're going to have to do some damage control, and you're going to have to do some shadow work. Like, one great way of doing that is shadow work. Basically what that is, you can just look it up, is going to find the root of all of your not just issues, but everything that's going on in your life. Why are you this way? Why do you think these things? And truly, I think in life you are meant to be an inspiration, and your life purpose is to be original, to... Loner is the wrong word, because loner is usually someone who doesn't really want any social, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't even want to engage in any social activity. You're not a loner, but you're like I don't really have a word, sadly, but you're a loner in a positive way. Like, you can go through all hardship by yourself, and like, you don't need anyone else to really go through life. I mean, as humans, we are all social beings who like to be around each other. But I really hope you get what I'm saying. You guys don't mind being by yourself, being on your own, because I feel like when you're on your own, that's when you're the most vulnerable and the most creative. And when you're by yourself, when you're on your own, you get so many amazing ideas on how to change the world, and maybe really creative ideas on what you want to do and how to express yourself. I feel like this all comes to you in these periods of solitude that you're going through. Like, you get so creative during these times, and I feel like there's still a lot of stuff that you don't know about yourself, because that's why we're getting the moon card as well here. What's blocking is other people. Other people are blocking your life. Teamwork is blocking your life, because I truly think that you are meant to go to discover your purpose by yourself. And I don't think you're someone who's going to marry very early on in life. I feel like there's a big portion of your life that you are meant to experience before finally settling down with someone. An exception would be if you find like your twin flame or your soulmate who you know you can experience all these things with, like together. But I'm thinking a lot of the times you see people as a distraction. Like, you see other beings as sort of like obstacle in your way. Like, why would I need any people in my life? Like, they just hinder me from getting to where I want to be. I feel like that's a kind of attitude that you might have. That doesn't mean, again, that you don't have any friends, but you keep your circle very, very small, I feel like, and you're over that being nice and sucking up to others, you know? Because in the end, it only comes down to how you feel about yourself. And your purpose, again, what is your purpose? Your purpose is to live. Your purpose is to be happy. Your purpose, again, I've said it before, you are meant to put yourself out there, to be extroverted, to be confident, to be happy with yourself, to be not popular, but to look at yourself as someone that's popular. It doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you're popular in your own world, that's what matters, because you are the star of the show and you're the star of your own world, of your own little world. And yeah, you guys are definitely the main character. And that's what I can see. So I would say let's move on to the second part of this reading and figure out some more keywords. Maybe we can get a little more into detail as to what you're meant to do. All right. Hey guys. Okay, I'm back and I'm really excited. I'm going to be giving you some more keywords as to what your life purpose or your destiny might be. What are you meant to do here? So let's ask my spirit guides. So I'm kindly asking, would you be able to tell us more about this person's life? What are they here to do? What's their destiny? Let's find out what wants to come out. That's meant to be. Okay, that's enough. It's a lot of keywords. Okay, let's see. First one, the only one that came out upright was the energy. So there's something about your energy that is just attractive, that is magnetic. I feel like people naturally gravitate towards you, and I just feel like you're really hard to get for some reason. I feel like everyone would want to be with you, but you keep your circle, as I said, extremely small, and you only allow a select few to actually be a part of your life and experience everything with you. Because again, there's many people in your life that come and go. It's just a natural, that's just the cycle, the way it goes. It's natural to have people come in and go out the same way they came in. And yeah, there's something amazing about your energy. And if only you truly believed in yourself and owned all that power you had. You guys are amazing. You guys can conquer everything. You guys can move mountains. So let's see what else we've got. We've got writing. So your purpose might be writing, or there's something about writing that really helps you. I feel like that's exactly what's being expressed with the moon here. It's like when you get into that, when you take a look at your shadow self, there's so many things that you love to write down. You could be you could be a poet, or you could be a writer for some of you guys. That's really something that sparks joy. Or if you've never tried it out, this might be a sign. Write down your thoughts. Write down what you're thinking. Exactly as I said with shadow work, it's pretty much writing everything down. I'm not an expert, I'm not a teacher, but look it up if you don't know what shadow work is. So we've got sensitivity again. That's what I've said with the moon. I do think you are someone, in theory, that is very, very sensitive, because words do mean a lot to you. Although actions speak louder than words, if someone close to you said something negative, then it really would upset you. And I feel like that's kind of like what you're learning to overcome, to place less importance on words. But sensitivity is not a bad thing at all, because I'm just feeling that you naturally just are able to express any type of emotion more intensely, because you're not afraid to show emotions. You're not afraid to cry. You're not afraid to laugh. You're not afraid to express fear, panic. I just feel like you have the whole package. And oh, I just realized the camera wasn't focusing. Let's see what else we've got. We've got abundance. A lot of you guys are meant to find that everyone is meant to find that in life. You guys are meant to find and create your own abundance, whatever abundance is to you. Feeling rich. is not about the money, not always. It's about having everything you want, looking at your life and being content, there not being a thing that you would like to change. And I feel like that is the point you are meant to get to be fully content with what you've created. Let me remind you that you are the creator of your own universe, and anything you believe in is possible. And you can get to anywhere you want to be. Put in some work towards your dreams, please. So let's see what else we've got. We've got spirituality, so you might be a very spiritual person, which is very cool. And yeah, that's as far as what your life purpose might be. Discovering spirituality, spiritual practices. I'm getting Reiki for a lot of you guys. Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? There's 3 more. We've got teacher. As I said at the beginning, you guys are meant to reform society, and you are some sort of teacher because there's a big message that you have for humanity that you want to get out there. And don't feel foolish when doing so, because I do feel like there's great knowledge that you either already have or that you are going to gain. If you can still consider yourself young, then there still might be a lot of information that you are gaining. And at one point in your life, there's going to be a big message that you just need to share. And combining that with writing, I'm thinking you guys could write a bestseller. I'm not even kidding. It might be in your life purpose to write a bestseller from all the experiences that you've had in life. So you guys are a teacher, a writer, spiritual person, very sensitive. Let's see the last 2 that we've got here. Let me pick you up. Imagination. Your imagination is stronger. I'm thinking through meditation, I feel like meditations sort of opened up your world and like expanded your horizons. If you haven't started meditating yet, and I feel like astral projection is something that you would be really good at doing, or at least something that would really help you out. I feel like astral projection, meditation, all that kind of stuff, you're a spiritual person anyway, so you've probably tried most of these things, but if not, all those things would really help you uncover more of your hidden aspects of these of this hidden side of you that you're still getting to know. Your imagination is so great, so you could also very well write about fantasy. I feel like you're the type of person like J.K. Rowling who would be able to create an entire universe in their head, okay? Who's going to make characters come to life. That's just what I'm seeing with you guys. You have an amazing imagination, so use it wisely and use it. Don't ignore it. You're a very imaginative, free-spirited, maybe even others would even consider you childlike, but that's okay. That is actually a gift that you have, that you need to use, that you are meant to utilize in this life. And let's see what the last one is all about. We've got healer. Wow. So as I said, Reiki is something that I'm picking up on. We've got spiritual healer. Yeah, we've got a lot of interesting stuff here. Teacher and healer combined. So what are you meant to do in this life? You guys are meant to heal others, maybe, who are going through stuff that you're really, really experienced with. You guys are naturally healers. You guys are the teachers, the healers. Spirituality is so important in your everyday life because it teaches you so much about yourself and others in this world that we live in, that we are surely not alone in. Do you guys believe in aliens? Tell me in the comments. But I just saw this video. I also posted it on my Instagram, how small the Earth actually is. There's just no way that we're alone in this universe, right? Well, okay, let me get back on track. I think, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Like, wow. See, if after watching this you don't believe in yourself, then what is wrong with you? Because you're so powerful. You're the creator. You're the teacher. First you create, and then you teach others how to do the same. Then you heal others. You know, you overcome the obstacles, and then you heal others. You imagine something and then you write it down. This could have to do with manifestation. Yeah, right on. This could be imagining something, writing it down, and then living in the abundance. That's what you're meant to do. This could be about manifestation. Okay? So, yeah, this is all about what you're meant to do, what your life purpose is. And there's a pair of scissors lying around here. So, I really hope that you enjoyed this type of reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, you're the OG. I love you. And thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. That's the only thing I'm asking. That would mean so much to me. Thank you guys. And I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye. Hey there, group number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We're going to be figuring out what your life purpose and destiny is in this lifetime, in this incarnation of yours. So we're going to be using a spread, and I'm just going to be shuffling the cards a little. Okay, the Death card wanted to come out. It's really interesting. The Lovers wanted to come out. So we're just going to see, I think this is the Spirit trying to tell me the card stack is ready, like we're ready to go. So I'm just going to tell you what each of the cards mean. This is going to be the purpose, this is the challenge, this is the solution, this is what's blocking you, and this is what's ultimately helping you in your life and as to achieving your life's purpose, your goal. All right, so let's have a look. Let's reveal what the cards are. So as for your life purpose, we've got the card of the Lovers. The challenge is death. That's the other one that came out. Really interesting. Then the solution is the Six of Wands. By the way, I love how clear the messages are in this pick a card reading. Like, they're just straight to the point. Spirit is telling me what you need to hear. Then what's blocking you is strength. That's really interesting. So we're going to get into how exactly that's blocking you. And what's helping you is the Page of Cups. All right, really interesting. I'm liking this spread so far. I'm liking all the piles. They seem rather positive and encouraging, so I'm really digging that. You guys are meant to love. You're meant to live, laugh, and love. That's honestly what I'm getting. Not work a single day in your life and enjoy the F out of your life. That's what you're meant to do. And how is that possible? Well, you're meant to have a career that fully suits you. You're meant to have a career that supports you with all of your hopes and dreams so that you enjoy doing what you're doing so much you never have to go to work a single day in your life, because what you work, what your job is, that's what your life purpose is. Your job signifies, your job equals your life purpose and your destiny and all of your passions, your hobbies, your talents. You can utilize them in this job, and you truly are meant to have a job that fulfills you to the core. You love doing this. Like what you're doing in life. Again, this is not a career reading in specific, but I'm just seeing it, so I'm calling it out on you on this pile. You are meant to enjoy your job so much it never feels like a job at all. You never feel like going to work, because what you're doing is what you love to do. And that's really a strong message that I'm seeing. The Lovers are your purpose. A lot of you guys, an additional message is that a lot of you guys are destined to find your twin flame or soulmate in this lifetime, because you are meant for love. You are ready for love. You are constantly ready. You're not looking for it. But if it comes around, if they come around eventually, you're going to be ready to spend the rest of your life with someone, because you know deep down that your soulmate or your twin flame is near, and you know that you can settle down with them anytime, or when you're with them, it doesn't feel like you have to settle down, because you know that there's this one person, even if you don't know them yet in the 3D world, you know that there's this one person meant for you. And that's also what keeps you going. Although you are an individual that is highly motivated by your own actions, you don't need anyone else to tell you, to validate you, to tell you how good you're doing. What keeps you going in terms of love is the fact that you know that there's someone, the perfect match for you out there, that when you meet them, they're going to be able to experience all of this with you, together with you. And you know that you are going to meet them in divine timing. You know you're going to meet them when the timing is right, and you're fully trusting the universe. Because I do believe that your purpose here, we're going to get into a little more details in a second, but I do believe, I want to say this again, your purpose is to live, to enjoy, because you know that life is short and you are someone that's going to be forever young. I'm calling it right now. It doesn't matter how old you are. Even when you're in your 50s and 60s, you're still going to have the same mentality that you did when you're in your teenage years, okay? You are eternally young, and you guys actually might look eternally young. When you're old, you're still going to be looking fly. You're still going to be looking like you're in your 20s. I'm just saying, with you, I'm getting very, very adventurous, free-spirited, and also, yeah, you're here for moments. You're here to collect moments. You're here to experience. You're here to make memories, you know? And that's something that's been clear to you from very early on. You guys knew that you couldn't work that same boring job all the time, because that would never fulfill you, and you guys are meant to have a career that fully supports all of your visions and dreams. Whether you have it or not, it's a different thing, but this is certainly what you are meant to do as a human being, and as what you are meant to have and experience. You guys are lovers, you guys are hopeless romantics, and in this incarnation, you are meant to grow as a soul by having all these experiences, because there's going to be many different chapters in your life. I see you being someone that either moves around quite a lot, or changes friend groups quite recently, but there's a constant change in your life, because that's also the challenge that you are presented with. That is death, that is letting go, because some of you guys don't understand that it is a natural cycle that you live in, and that you are meant to let go once it's over. Some of you guys can't grasp the concept that when one friend group is gone, the next one is just right around the corner, or when one adventure is over, there's another one that awaits you. Really, you guys are meant to experience so much in your life, and you cannot allow yourself to hold on to the past, because you have to trust in the fact that the next adventure is right around the corner. I feel like some of you guys really need to hear this. There are let me put it like this. There are more exciting phases of your life where you fully put yourself out there and experience all different types of emotions, where you're vulnerable, where you're not afraid to show others who you are, show everyone your true colors. And then there's more, let's say, quiet types of phases in your life where you're meant to study, learn, regain all of your composure, catch up on everything that you've been missing, and I feel like, outsmart all the others. There's more quiet times in your life where you're just meant to learn more, grow spiritually, and become more aware of things, and evolve as a human being. And it could very well be the case that you're in this type of phase right now in your life, and you know that you've had all these fun times before, and trust me, they are going to come back. But right now you might be meant to let's say, be your own enemy and kind of like become better, because another thing that I meant to tell you is that you do not need to compare yourself to anyone else, because they operate with different how can I explain this? Oh my god, sometimes I have like these really complicated concepts in my head, but I don't know how to really explain them. So other people are not operating on the same level as you are. And for that reason alone, you cannot compare yourself to anyone than your own self. So the only person that you need to be is yourself. You are going to beat yourself at your own game with time. And the only reference point that you need to take, or that you're meant to have, is your past self. And then when you look at yourself now, you've come so far compared to your past self. And you are constantly meant to grow and you're meant to evolve constantly. And you are meant to outsmart your past self. You're meant to be smarter than who you were 2 years ago. And you're meant to learn constantly. So naturally, you grow from experience. And yeah, that's what your soul is meant to do in this life. I really do feel like your soul is using your current body as a way of expressing itself and as a way of experiencing everything. Your soul has chosen to reincarnate into your physical body because you are meant to experience so much. For you, it's all about living in the moment. Okay, I feel like that is your mantra, but sometimes you can end up looking back and say, well, everything used to be better, but you just need to trust in the fact that the next adventure is right around the corner. You know, I've said this before, and the solution is going with the flow. The solution is succeeding. The solution is the Six of Wands. In your case, I see the Six of Wands as someone who is able to adapt to any scenario. And I think you have some sort of like a split personality. Don't get me wrong. Let me explain what I mean. There's this one really extroverted version of you that gets out there sometimes when the time is right, and that you're the star of the show. You're the main character. Where this is a time of your life where you're outgoing, where everything just comes together all at once. And this can be over the span of a year or maybe a few months, okay? Where you're just really going out there, putting yourself out there, experiencing all of these things. And then there's this more introverted version of you that takes time to practice and learn, that likes to study in terms of learning more about something that you are truly interested in, and taking the time to learn a language, or taking the time to learn a new skill to practice. Or even if it is locking yourselves up at home watching TV all day, it doesn't matter. But there's this other side of you that is really introverted, that just loves to be alone for some reason. And it doesn't matter which side of you is currently active, you just have to know that nothing remains the same. And you're constantly going to be switching up between extroverted timelines and introverted timelines. So like where you are now, you're not going to be in a year from now. And you're doing this for a reason. The reason you're doing this is because your soul is meant to both rest and learn and take in a lot of information as to how this world works, and then apply that knowledge in the outer world and see what you can do. And truly put yourself out there. I think a lot of you guys could be really, really interested in psychology, or might be a psychology student or something like that, because I'm getting that you're constantly wanting to learn how the universe works. Not even psychology, you could be interested in astronomy, philosophy, something like some out of this world concepts. But you're also interested in how humans work. That's why I said psychology. And yeah, for you, I'm getting like these really, you're interested in the things that are hard to explain or that are hard to see with only using this 3-dimensional reality. So you're interested in more than the 3D. And knowing that you are so certain that your soulmate is going to come at one point, if you haven't found them yet, your twin flame, I'm getting the message that in this lifetime, you are definitely meant to meet your soulmate, if not meet them again, because you might have known them in a previous life. And in this life, you're definitely going to be reuniting with this person, with someone's soul that just feels like home. Okay? And I feel like you guys are meant to go on this journey. You are meant to find this one soul to connect with. That this is someone that you can call your best friend and pretty much your other half. Your soulmate is a lot like you in terms of how they view the world, and they are likely also, I think you're a really spiritual person, and I think they're also a really spiritual person. And you guys are pretty much making your entire life as easy as it can get. That's your life purpose. So have the ideal job for you, whereas you don't feel like working a single day in your life because you don't have to, because your job is what you love doing, and where your partnership just works so surprisingly well. There's no toxicity in this connection because you guys operate on such a level, on such a frequency. There's like this whole vibe about your soulmate. You guys get each other. Like you guys just get each other. You understand each other, your values. And there's no such thing as jealousy in that connection, because you know in the end you're always going to come back to each other. This is the type of person that you are meant to find in this lifetime, and I'm meant to give you this message right here. What is blocking you is the fact that sometimes expectations of you are very, very high, or maybe you are being a little too hard on yourself. That's what I'm getting, because the fact that you're constantly required to be strong either by others or by yourself is really putting you down sometimes. You're not allowing yourself to feel all the emotions. You're a very emotional person, but sometimes you're repressing your own emotions, or the people that you're around aren't really, you feel like you're not allowed to display any emotions with these type of people. And that's what's blocking you. The fact that you constantly see yourself or have to see yourself as someone who has to pull it all together, who has to swallow all of their emotions. But then what's helping you is the Page of Cups. That's like expressing your emotions a little more, okay? Offering emotions. I do feel like there are a lot of helpful people in your life in terms of them being able to allow you to show them your true colors. Oh God, that was complicated. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's certain people in your life that are so helpful to you because around them you can be your true self. These people are helping you along your journey so much, because in a world where you feel like you have to be someone you're not, these people are everything. And in your life, you are meant to become a more authentic person. You're meant to experience it all. Experience it all. I'm just getting a very young type of vibe. Maybe you're still very young in terms of you want to experience it all, you know? You're still so excited about the little things. You're so excited about the small things, about small gestures that might not mean a lot to someone else, are everything for you. I feel like you don't take everything for granted. You don't take anything for granted. And that's what I mean by your soul is very, very young. Life is truly a gift that you're living. And being your own true self is helping you along the process, unlocking this version of yourself that others can see, the version of yourself that is truly you, that is not projecting, that is not, I'm just thinking in this life you are meant to discover or rediscover so many aspects of yourself, and truly finding yourself and finding your place on this earth. That's what I wanted to say about, you know, the kind of cards that we've got. And now let's move on to the second part of the reading. Let's get a little more into detail about what your purpose could be, what some of your interests, talents could be that really serve you, that really align with your purpose. So I'm back, and we're gonna have a look at some keywords that I made myself, that I wrote myself, and we're gonna see what comes out for you and how we can apply that to what we already know about your life purpose. So I'm just gonna ask my spirit guides to please show us the keywords that are relevant to this person's life purpose. What is their life purpose and their destiny? What are they meant to do, and what is meant to happen in their life? As I said, you're here to create memories. And nothing lasts forever, and you know that. Change. As I've said, you are in constant change. Oh my God, I just love when this resonates. It's so funny how I wrote down so many different things, and it's always the same things that end up coming out that already resonate with what I said before. It's just amazing. There's just something about the universe I find so fascinating. So let's get you some more. What is this person's life purpose? Okay. Woo! Woo! Okay. Oh, we got fame here. A lot of you guys are meant for fame and fortune. So, yeah, not all of you. Remember, this is a general reading, but just take what resonates. A lot of you guys are meant to really put yourself out there and find fame. And fame doesn't mean that you're going to be a worldwide celebrity. It might mean that, but it can also mean to be famous in your own little community or in your own little group that you have. Like, whatever fame means to you, I'm just thinking, yeah, a lot of you guys are meant to share what they know or what they experience with the world. And a lot of you guys are meant to be known by a lot of people. So, where do I put this? Let's put it here with the memories. Then what else do we have? We've got magic. Ooh. So you might be someone who likes to utilize magic or the law of attraction. And that's something that helps you out tremendously. Or maybe you're someone who listens to subliminals all day or something. But I'm really thinking with magic, it can be as simple as you using the laws of the universe to your advantage. What I've just said, knowing how to manifest things, knowing how to get on a certain vibration, on a certain levels, and attract whatever you desire. So magic, or let's just say the law of attraction, might play a big role in your life. Let's see what else we've got. Creativity. You're such a creative soul. With the Page of Cups as well, you are meant to create, you are meant to inspire, you're artistic, you're everything. Wow, I love you. Then what else do we have? Devotion. Once you're really into something, you could spend hours doing that certain task because you love it so much. And that's what I said about your career. You don't really have a job that others would call a job because what you do is what you love. And the fact that you get paid for it is such a big blessing, and it is such a big, how do you say that? It's such a huge gift to you. The fact that you're able to do what you love. And you are extremely devoted to your hobbies, your interests. They take up so much time of your life, and yeah. Let's see what else we've got. Next one is home. Home plays a big role in your life and your purpose. What is home for you? I feel like throughout your life, you're constantly going to be searching for a home because you might not really have that one particular place you call home. I feel like you're the type of person that would like to live in many different places and that can't really decide, oh, should I live by the sea or should I go live in the mountains or in a big city or by the beach, or should I just seclude myself in a forest where no one's going to find me? I'm just thinking that you always have a hard time grasping the concept of home and what home means to you. Sorry for the fact that it's not really focusing, but you can tell what it says. Finding your own home. And sometimes, a lot of times, people can be your home. Finding the right people, that soul family that you can call home, is what you're meant to do in this life. Then we've got two more. At this point, my phone died. Sorry, guys. You guys are meant to have fun. I mean, yeah, that's what I said. You guys are meant to experience. You guys are meant to put yourself out there. Don't take life so seriously because you've only got one. You're the type of people that would say YOLO when they were 13 because it's actually true. You only live once, at least in this body. Your soul can only be once, and you're meant to experience. You're meant to have fun, and you're probably a really hilarious person. You're funny, you're charming, you're everything others would love to be, everything your enemies would love to be. So yeah, let's have a look at the last one. Oh, okay, that's something new. Music. So a lot of you guys are meant to be musicians. A lot of you guys are meant to play an instrument, or are meant to be singers, are meant to be performers, something like that. Music plays a big role in your life's purpose and in your destiny, because I feel like you use music as a coping mechanism. I mean, at this point, who doesn't? But like, for you, music is such a big, plays such a big important role in your life, where you might have millions of playlists that you've created for each and every mood that you can get into. I just feel like music is so important to you, and you should know that this is part of your life's purpose, and you might be meant to do something career-wise regarding music. There's something about music that you're definitely really meant to do or experience, okay guys? And music plays a big role in your life. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for staying here with me up until this point. I love making these for you, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'd love for you to do that. That's all I'm asking. Thank you so much, guys. Be safe, and always remember, never give up on your dreams. Always live your dream life. Okay? You guys, chase your dreams, please. Goodbye. Hey there, group number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be figuring out what your life purpose and destiny is in this incarnation. What are you meant to do? Why are you here? So I'm going to just shuffle the cards a little, and we're going to be using a spread. I'm waiting for a sign that the cards are ready. Okay. So I'm going to explain to you what each and every of these cards mean. First of all, this is your purpose, this is the challenge, this is the solution, this is what's blocking and what's ultimately helping you achieving your goal, all right? So let's have a look, let's reveal what they say. So your ultimate purpose is the 8 of Wands. The challenge of this lifetime seems to be the King of Wands, becoming the King of Wands, who he really embodies. So we're going to get into that and who he actually is as a person. Then the solution seems to be the Knight of Pentacles, so take it a little slower. What's blocking you is, the 10 of Swords. And what's helping you is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you can actually become the Queen of Cups and use that to your advantage in this lifetime. Help her guide you. Okay, we're gonna get into what all these cards mean in a second. Let me just arrange this a little for you so that it looks more aesthetic. All right, we got this. So let's get into it. Honestly, guys, one of the biggest flexes that you have is the fact that you get to be pretty. Because I do feel like you guys were born perfect. That's like what I'm seeing. That doesn't have a lot to do with what your life purpose is, but I'm just seeing that you guys are natural beauties. Even if you don't see it yourself, other people are definitely gonna tell you this. Like, they might not have seen anyone that looks like you, and you are so pretty. Or so handsome, like whoa. And it's like you don't have to do much to look your best. Like you can wake up in the morning and be so attractive for many. Even you have to remember that we are always our own worst critic. So this might not be specifically true to you yourself, but if you ask others, they're going to tell you just what I said, because even if you don't feel this way about yourself, others certainly do. You are like, your beauty is out of this world. That's what I want to say to begin with. And the card that we got for your life purpose was the 8 of Wands, which is all about fast, rapid change. Now, I do feel like this is part of your destiny and part of the challenges that you are meant to face in life, part of the experiences that the universe is forcing you to go through. Fast and rapid change in your life. You are meant to learn to adapt to any scenario, to anything life throws at you. This is, if I'm being honest, this is one of the more serious, like harsher piles. Like I feel like you guys have had a really rough past. I wasn't able to pick that up in any other piles, but I feel like for you, you've gone through a lot, and that was, as hard it is for me to say this, that was for a reason, because your soul had to learn this or these lessons for a reason. I feel like when you were born, your soul was still very, very innocent and pure. And all of these experiences have kind of shaped you in a way and made you very, like a very rough person that can deal with pretty much anything at this point. And I'm also getting like the phrase nothing shocks me anymore from you guys. Like literally anything could be thrown at you and it wouldn't even be surprising for you anymore. But I'm just thinking that this life in particular is meant for your soul to learn, to grow, to experience pain, and to learn from it, I don't want to say like to suffer. That sounds like such a negative reading. I'm sorry for this being like rather negative, but hear me out. We're going to get to the good side of this as well. But let me just say this. Your soul is meant to go through the suffering because otherwise it would have never been able to learn certain lessons, and you never would have been able to learn certain lessons about life. Trusting the wrong people, getting into wrong friend groups. That's something I'm like envisioning when looking at this pile. That's something that I'm kind of feeling. I'm not seeing that in the cards, but I'm feeling that you're someone who's gotten in the wrong friend groups, or if you are a victim of physical or mental abuse, I am so sorry you had to go through this. But look, you've made it through the hard part, and now I feel like you're already at the point where let's say your real life can actually begin, because there's so much more to your life than your past. And I feel like you're someone that's definitely very excited for the future. You're not someone who wants to go back to the past, because the past wasn't the best time at all of your life. And you know that there's so much that's still coming up for you. But in order to become the person that you are, think about it, you had to go through some of the experiences, through some of the shit that you went through, because otherwise you never would have been able to become this type of person. Otherwise you would have still been innocent and gullible if hadn't you gone through this. So what is blocking you is still the fact that you're kind of hurt, that all these swords are sticking in your back still. It's like almost like you're living with it. It's like a constant trauma or PTSD that you're living with. And honestly, this is a life lesson for you to learn how to deal with trauma or something like that. And I really hope this is resonating. If not, then this might just not be your pile. You might want to reconsider. But if it does, then I do think a lesson for you, your destiny, that something that you are meant to learn is how to deal with trauma, or how to deal with any sort of negative emotions that you might have experienced in life, because you might have been through some really rough things. I'm getting that at one point of your life, you are meant to come clean from your past. You're meant to forgive and forget. Forgetting simply because it is better for your own good. You cannot live with a constant, like as I said, what's blocking you is that you might have not fully let go of what's stabbed you in the back. You need to fully release this person, this experience, and you guys, I'm feeling, are reinventing yourselves. And that is okay. You don't have to be the person that you were 5 years ago or 2 years ago or yesterday. It is okay to reinvent yourself. I'm thinking a lot of you guys have gone through a sort of name change or something, or identity change, because like, I don't know, there's something that you were not happy with. And like, you've sort of created yourself. I hope that makes sense for you. Like you've created the person that you are today. And without your own help, you would have never become the person that you are today. So for you, your life's purpose is about constant change, being able to adapt to anything and becoming a lot stronger. Like, if we put it simple, your soul is using your body in order to grow, in order to learn things, in order to become a stronger person. Like, your soul had to go through that shit at some point in order to learn all of these lessons. The scary part, or the challenge, is, well, now that I'm my own person, how do I fully put myself out there and take life into my own hands? Because I'm thinking at one point it can feel like there's no one there to support you. And that can be quite a challenge, to really stand on your own 2 feet and take matter into your own hands. And I do feel like an advice for you is to take it all slow. There's no one pressuring you. And I'm just thinking you guys are meant to discover yourself, and if anything's going too fast, then just say so. Like, you don't have to deal with anything that you're not comfortable with, and you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And for you guys, it might be a really good advice to take things slow, to slowly become the person you want to be day by day. And you don't owe anything to anyone. You don't owe anyone like something about you that you're not. Or yeah, I hope that makes sense. As you know that your life is constantly changing, you sometimes forget to live in the moment. The Knight of Pentacles is here to take a stand, to stop, to just appreciate where you are, because I feel like if we look at the imagery, he doesn't even realize the fact that there's a rainbow like right beside him. He's just like, usually the knights are very fast moving energy and they just want to get to their goal, but they kind of like don't stop to appreciate the moment for what it is. You might be someone who lives in the future a lot, and you're someone who says stuff like, oh, I'll be happy when this is the case, and when I get that house, and when I have that job, and when I have that partner. But sometimes you forget that you attract what you are, and you can only have that when you already know that when you already are this desire, whatever you have, when you already are on that vibration, right? That's the law of attraction. Like, if you constantly focus on the future, it's going to be hard to get there, because you need to learn how to implement the future in your present, because all of what you want, you already have, but you need to realize that. You need to claim it, because it's yours. So just act like it is, and you will see that it's going to come to you a lot easy. So if you want to be rich, then just act like you are. And I know I'm like teaching you law of attraction right now. That's not what the tarot reading is about, but I really do feel like it. Like if you want to be rich, then just act like you're rich, spend some money, treat yourself, and you are going to see it is going to come back, because you're already on that same vibration. Like, I'm rich, I can buy whatever I want, and I know it's going to come back to me. Like, you have that confidence. Or if you want to have that dream partner, then love yourself. Act like you're your own partner. I know it sounds so silly, but like, take yourself out on a date. Do whatever you want. You don't need a partner, because this person is going to come around anyway. When, I know it's going to sound silly again, but when the universe, or when God, whoever you believe in, we're talking about the laws of the universe here. So when the universe notices what vibration you put yourself in, like how much you can love yourself, then it's gonna just naturally draw more people into your life. And you're gonna find some of what you're looking for. Because I do want to say that whatever you're looking for is already within yourself, and you need to have a date with yourself. That's what I'm honestly thinking, because you're an amazing person. And there might be a lot of things that you don't know about yourself yet. Then I also recommended this to another pal. Then how about doing some shadow work? You might want to get into that. So yeah, the card that is helping you is the Queen of Cups. So you really are encouraged to embrace the Queen of Cups within you. So who's the Queen of Cups? In tarot, she's like the embodiment of the strong, independent woman. So like, even if you're a man or whoever you might be, you need to be more of a strong, independent woman. That's what I'm seeing here. She, like, that side within you is really helping you out, because you don't need anyone to take you out on a date. You don't need other people to see your own true value, because you know that you're you know that you're it, and you know that you're everything. You're not narcissistic. You just know your own worth, and that's what it comes down to. And I feel like a lot of this you've learned through your own experiences and everything that you've gone through. And yeah, what's helping you out in life is really the fact that you've become so confident. And this is also what you can utilize in your life. So I'm also thinking a lot of you guys might have psychic gifts or natural intuitive abilities, let's put it like that you were born with. Because I do think a lot of you guys are very, very intuitive. I'm getting water signs, or you could have a water sign in your chart or in your big three. But I'm really thinking a lot of you guys know the stuff. Like, you guys know what's going on before it happens. Or you can read people so well. That is one of your natural gifts. If someone's not honest with you, you can tell immediately. And the secret is you always look inside their eyes. You can tell a lot about a person by looking them in the eye. And I just feel like that's kind of something that you use a lot, like a strategy that you use a lot to read people. But I'm thinking you're extremely good at reading the room as well. And you can adapt to any kind of people. Like, you don't mind being around, I don't like the labels, but let's say you don't mind being around the popular people. Like, you can fit in just fine. And then you don't mind being around more introverted people either. Let's use extroverted and introverted as opposed to popular and not popular. I'm just thinking, like, you can be with pretty much whoever and still fit in because you're so well at adapting. And it's almost like there's a different version of yourself for all of these people, for like each group of people, or like for each friend group, like for each person, there's like a different side of you that you show them. Does that make sense? I hope so. But I know that a lot of people feel this way. And yeah, I just want to say you can fit in with the party people, but you can also sit down and talk about books or movies or anything that interests you pretty much, because there's a lot of different sides of you. That's really beautiful because you have a lot of versatility and variety in your personality. That's something I really admire. I think that's pretty much what I can say about these cards. Let's move on to the second part of the reading and figure out some more keywords that might be a little more specific than we were able to get with the tarot cards. See you in a second. All right, I'm back and we're going to have a look at some of these keywords. We're going to try to get some of them out. I'm not handpicking them. I'm just going to see whatever wants to come out. That's meant to be. And yeah, I wrote these myself, by the way. And I thought that would be a really cool idea to implement into this reading so that we can get a little more into the details, because I know you guys like them. So I'm going to ask my spirit guides to please show us what this person's life purpose is, whoever was drawn to this pile. Can we get some keywords that are going to align with this person's life purpose and destiny? What are they meant to do? What are they here for? And what are they meant to experience? Okay. Get one more. Okay, no, it's meant to be. All right, let's have a look. Family. With this, I'm certainly thinking you guys are meant to create a family. I'm immediately getting that you're meant to create your own family, because family is something so important to you, especially, maybe you have, but a lot of you might not really have that traditional family type love that you would want to have. So family is really important in terms of you wanting to create your own family, is what I'm getting. Or it might be the fact that your own family is really important to you. Could be both, okay? But family plays a big role here. Then we've got faith. Faith is really strong. Pretty clear to me because you guys never give up. You're not a quitter. And I've had that same feeling previously when I looked at these cards. I got the feeling that you guys must have something like a force that keeps you alive, and for you that must be faith. Because I feel like you trust in God, or you trust in the universe, you trust in, maybe there is someone else that you trust in, but there's definitely something that keeps you alive and that keeps you going, that keeps you trying. Your force to live for. And yeah, that's beautiful. That is definitely a big part of your purpose. Then we've got compassion. As I've said, yeah, you might be able to relate to other people pretty well, no matter what their background is, no matter where they where they come from emotionally or physically. But yeah, it's like you can feel things a lot more intensely, especially when someone tells you a story about what they've gone through. It's like you experience it yourself, and that's why you have so much compassion. You're likely the type of person that cries over a lot of stuff, which is nothing bad. I'm just thinking, like, whenever something makes you sad, you feel the urge of crying, and that's something that's completely normal. It's like a human emotion. Then we've got flowers as part of your life purpose. There's something about flowers that really speaks to you, that is really important for you. We've also got art, so that might be some of your art. That it might have to do with your art. Maybe there's an art regarding flowers that you pursue. Okay, but for your purpose, it's flowers, it's also art. You guys might be artists. Let's have a look. Learning is big. As I've said, your soul has reincarnated into this body in order to learn, in order to grow, because I did believe it was very pure to begin with. Now, your soul has probably learned a lot of lessons already, and throughout your life, you are going through all of these lessons for a reason, because you are meant to become one of the strongest people there is. Then we've also got, oh, I didn't see that. We've got courage and leadership. As I said, courage is important in your life because you certainly require to have a lot of courage in various situations. And you guys are also meant to be a leader. It looks like you are meant to be a leader. You guys are meant to lead the way. You're not meant to be a follower. You guys are meant to be a leader. You guys tell others how it's done. So yeah, awesome. So that might be part of your life purpose, your destiny. You're the one who's in charge. All right, let's have a look at the last one. Author. Okay, really interesting. So you might as well write some of the experiences down that you've had. If you haven't considered it, then it might be really wise of you to use some of your past experiences to write a book. I've also had the keyword writer come up in another pile. So being an author might be something that you've been considering. I want to get you just one or two more. I don't know, I'm happy with this, but I feel like something's still missing. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way? Okay, let's get you like one or two more. Unless nothing really wants to come out, then that's meant to be. Could we get another clue as to what this person's life purpose is? It's probably nothing really wants to come out. Whoa. Yeah, artist. Okay, the artist came out again. Harmony. So we got art and artist. You guys are meant to express yourselves. I'm getting a lot of artists. I think at least 3 of the pals have had something along art. But I guess it's meant to be. This is the generation of artists. We are meant to express ourselves freely. And then we've also got harmony. Harmony, this is what you are seeking. Again, you're not looking for any more drama, for any more trouble. I feel like your soul ultimately wants harmony. You guys are meant to die happy. That's what I want to say. You guys are meant to die happy and content. You guys are meant to live your dream life, okay? And end it there. Like, end it where it's the best. You guys aren't meant to end in poverty. You guys aren't meant to end in delusion or sadness, anger. You guys are... you guys are going to live a very, very beautiful and even luxurious life, especially towards the end. All right, I'm hearing net worth. Net worth. You guys are, maybe some of you guys are going to become rich, but I don't know. I just heard net worth, something about your net worth. Fans, you see that? Oh, okay. A lot of you guys are going to be well known. Okay, yeah, a lot of you guys have fans, fan mail. Maybe if you are an artist or an author and you reach a lot of people and a lot of people relate to you, then like you get a lot of fan mail or maybe DMs of people telling you how much you've helped them. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Now we're certainly getting to a point where this is looking really, really detailed. We've also got reinvention. Amazing. I've talked about this. It's like you have reinvented yourself. You're not the person that you used to be. And that's all there is to your life. You're all about reinventing yourself. I feel like there's multiple characters in your life that you, like multiple alter egos that you have, if that makes sense. Or you transform yourself. You like to dress up, or being an artist, there's so many things that you can do. I think you like to try out different looks or different personalities. You might have different personalities with different looks, if that makes sense to you. But also like, yeah, becoming who you want to be, whoever it is that you want to be, right? And yeah, what else? Yeah, you might have an alter ego that comes out once in a while. So yeah, let's have a look at the last three. We've got speaker. So your ability of speaking is definitely very, very advanced. Like, you can talk about anything and people would listen to you. I think there's something about your voice as well that people admire, that people love. And something about your voice, I feel like, puts people in a trance. And to be honest, I think you could be really great at selling anything to anyone. Like, if you were selling some type of product, people would buy it simply because it was you. Like, that's what I'm getting. Then we've got love. Love comes in all different shapes and forms. It is self-love for you. It is loving your friends, loving your person, your significant other, but love is definitely something that's really important to you. If there's no love, then you don't want it. So yeah, good vibes only. And let's look at the last one, freedom. Exactly. Yeah, you guys are free souls. You guys can go wherever you want. You guys are free. This is what you're meant to be, is free. You guys aren't meant to be bound to a certain place, being at home all day, cooking and cleaning. I mean, that's not your life, you know? You guys are meant to be free. You guys, I'm just gonna put it like that. You guys are meant to do whatever you want. There's so much great things that are still awaiting you, okay? And that's all I can say. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, and I really hope this was helpful. I hope that it resonated. And if it did, if you enjoyed this reading, remember to subscribe for more. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do today. Thank you so much for all of your support. I really love all of you. And yeah, I hope I can see you again soon. Thank you so much. And always live your dream. Never settle for less. Goodbye. Hey there, Group 5. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to this reading. We'll be figuring out what your life purpose is, your destiny. Why are you here? What are you meant to do? What are you meant to accomplish? So let's take a look. I'm just going to be shuffling the cards, and we're going to be using a spread. I'm just waiting for a signal that the card stack is ready. All right. So let's have a look. I'm about to show you your cards, and then we'll get into what they all mean exactly. So this is your purpose in life. This is the challenge. This is the solution. This is what's blocking and what's ultimately helping you achieve your goals. All right, let's have a look at what these cards are. In terms of your life purpose, we've got the world. The world is your oyster. The challenge seems to be the Page of Swords. The solution seems to be the Page of Wands, really interesting. So you're more creative than analytical, that's what I can say right away, because the creativity is always what's working out for you. You know, calculating everything until the nitty-gritty is probably not something that you like to do. You like to be more intuitive, go with the flow, creative type of person. That's who I see you to be, or that's who you seem to be. Then what's blocking you is the Chariot, and what's helping you is the Three of Wands. Okay, we're gonna get into what all these cards mean and what they mean when read together. Honestly, guys, you guys are meant to see the world. You guys are meant to travel. You guys are meant to get around, experience everything, everywhere. I do feel like that is your life purpose. You are in constant movement, and the challenge for you is to settle down. That, to put it quite plainly, that's what I'm seeing for you in the cards. So let's get into it a little more. I do feel like your purpose in life is to learn about language, culture, religion, and other worldly things and topics. I believe maybe food, cuisine of different countries. I feel like you want to try it all. You are a free spirit, and in your life, you are meant to have many amazing experiences and make all of those memories, and naturally you guys do things like halfway. You don't start something and not finish it, because that's just the way you go about everything. If you start a project, you better make sure it's finished, because for you, completion is everything. For you, the end result, the big picture is everything you live for. You always live for the fact that there's still so much that you can do and can experience until I'm almost getting like a to-do list kind of vibe. Like you have all these things on your list and you are not going to rest and you are not going to settle until all of these things have been done. Like that's what the world represents, completion. You guys are striving for constant perfection and completion. You just need to watch out that it doesn't become toxic. But in your life, everything's all about experiencing and completing things, like off your to-do list. I feel like you guys might actually think that your life is too short, and you might feel like you are running out of time to experience all these things sometimes. But I do feel like I have felt similar vibes with a different pal, but for you, I just want to mention it as well. You guys are going to be eternally young. At least for you guys, I'm thinking mentally. You guys aren't going to age. You don't need to worry about being old and boring, because I feel like no matter what age you are always going to be a little more enthusiastic, and you're always going to see the beauty in life. That's something that you're never going to lose, right? Because let's face it, you are, let's say you're a little butterfly. For you guys, I'm also thinking, I've already said it, you guys are striving for perfection, because no one is born knowing it all. And you guys, I feel like, want to work as much as possible in terms of being the person that you aspire to be. You want to put so much work and effort into it. And I also feel like you guys could have some type of like rags to riches story, or like started at the bottom and then you went to the top. Like you started with nothing and then you went to the top and you did it all and you beat the odds. And for that, you can be so proud of yourself. And if you haven't beaten the odds yet, then never give up. What I'm seeing for you in specific is the fact that you are constantly willing to get better. You are constantly working on yourself in order to become the best version. That's something really beautiful, like a butterfly that at one point it's finally able to spread its wings. I hope that makes sense for you guys when it gets out of that cocoon and you have those beautiful wings with all of its colors. And for you guys, I'm thinking you're also, you could be doing like some type of body work or fitness, and you just are striving to constantly get better also with the way you look and therefore feel about yourself. And self-image, the way you perceive yourself, is extremely important in your life, or in this pile in particular, because I feel like creating yourself. This life is all about you. The purpose is you, and becoming who you want to become, being perfect for you, not for other people, just being content with yourself, creating yourself. Since I'm seeing that like body image and the way that you look is extremely important, you guys would also make amazing models, or actors, actresses, because I do think that you can also transform into different characters or different, I don't know, looks, okay, depending on what's asked from you. I think the challenge for you just is staying on top of things, because it can be really, like, it can be a lot at times, a lot of stuff that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, and sort of like finding your path or finding the right path for you can be a little difficult, because there's just like so many things you want to do, so many things you want to experience, and staying focused and committed on just one thing can be quite a challenge, because I think naturally you're a very curious soul. You're really interested in a lot of different things. You want to constantly learn. You want to know more. You're really inquisitive, and you just want to get to know people like in a way that no one else has. Like, you probably ask really interesting questions to people that they usually don't get, because usually people can be very shallow. But with you, I'm getting that you might hear a lot from other people that no one's like ever made an effort to get to know them that way, or like to ask such things and genuinely be curious in them. Yeah, I feel like I'm reading you guys a lot, but this is supposed to be about your life purpose. I just really think you know that life is short, and you want to make sure that you're doing the best you can and that you live life to your fullest abilities. We see the Page of Swords as the challenge, and as the Page of Wands as the solution to that challenge. So I'm thinking, instead of being so analytical and logical, all you need to do is be a little more creative and let your creativity flow. Be a little more intuitive and creative. Do whatever feels right. Do whatever you think is right. Because a lot of times there is no right and wrong. I feel like there's a lot of energy that you have for things, and that is something you need to really appreciate. I'm getting that you're extremely energetic and also really, really confident. Or at least in this life, you are meant to become extremely confident, especially in your abilities, in yourself, how you present yourself, and how others see you. They're gonna think, wow, what a person. Like, I would rather not mess with them, right? And I'm just thinking, for you, the solution is not to settle when you're not ready, because I can see there's many things you want to accomplish, and your creativity is meant to always guide you, to inspire you. Your energy, whatever you have energy for, it's like you do it 120%. If you really want something, you always get behind it and make sure that you reach all of your goals. And this kind of ambition is going to come in really, really handy for you in life. That's why it's so important to do things you love and not waste your time, your precious time that you have on this earth, with things, situations, or people that don't deserve your energy. Because I can see that your energy is everything. And I can also see that you have I can even feel that you have like this amazing aura that people are just like fascinated by, like almost like wow. They just go wow when they see you. It's not necessarily about your looks, but I'm thinking about like the kind of aura that you have when you enter a room. You're just like extremely confident, but also you give off like really good vibes, and you're really like energetic in a way, if that makes sense. With the Chariot blocking you, I can see that sometimes you're trying to take over control a little too much. Like, you're trying to have influence over the outcome of certain situations, maybe where you're not even, maybe where it's not even really your business. And I'm not meaning to call you out on anything here, but I'm just saying that some things are just out of your control, and you need to accept that, because you might be a perfectionist, and when something doesn't go your way, that might really upset you. But I can just see what's holding you back from really living aligned with your life purpose. It must be something that has to do with you having control, or not having control in that case. So like, you guys need to learn how to deal with not coming out on top, because you're not going to win every time you try. And when you fail, you're going to get back up again. Or this can mean like you need to learn how to deal with when things don't go your way. Or maybe you need to learn how to deal with rejection. I don't know, I'm like guessing here what this could mean, but there's something that you need to learn when other people say no. You need to take that to heart a little more, because sometimes you can think you always have the greatest ideas, but not everyone might feel the same way. That's what I'm thinking. So what is helping you is the fact that you always look into the future, and you're very present. I would say you do live in the present, but you have a very clear vision. Like you stand on your own 2 feet and you have your 3 wands with you constantly, and you look at the other side of the cliff or wherever he's standing, and you have your goal in mind. And that is something that is actually very precious and very important, not living in the future, but knowing what you want and still living in the present. And the 3 of Wands can also mean adventure. So really, this sense of adventure that you have is helping you out so much, because your life purpose definitely has to do something with exploring, traveling, and learning about things too, and seizing all the opportunities. I would say you're the type of never say never person and try everything type of person. Even if you have fears, you're willing to overcome them, or you are meant in this life to overcome your fears, to learn how to deal with them. And yeah, live life to the fullest extent. That's pretty much what I can say looking at these cards. And let's have a look at some keywords. All right, I am back, and we're going to be looking at some of my self-made keywords that I wrote earlier, and we'll see if we can get any more specific with your reading. All right, so I'm just going to be asking my spirit guides to please show us the keywords that are meant for this person, that are going to align with this person's life purpose, whoever was drawn to Moldavite. What is their life purpose? What is their destiny? What else is relevant in this reading? Let's see. Whoa, there's a lot of coming out. Okay, whoa, that's definitely enough. So let's have a look. First of all, the one that caught my eye is social media. So there might be something that you're doing with social media. Maybe you have quite a bit of following there so that you can get to do brand deals or something like that. But social media, for some reason, does play a big role in terms of your life purpose and what you're meant to do. So let's have a look. We've got manifestation and admiration. As I've said, there's going to be a lot of people that really admire you, and that's just one of those natural qualities that you have, just being very admirable. Just being pretty irresistible. People cannot get enough of you. Then we've got manifestation is going to be a really big help for you guys, specifically the law of attraction, especially when you use it to your advantage, you can get pretty much whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you about the law of attraction too much, but you probably know your way around already. And if not, there is plenty of videos out there on YouTube. So let's have a look. Ooh. Research, practice. Okay, with the practice, I can see that, as I've said, you try. If you fail, you get back up again. It doesn't matter how often you have to try, but you're a perfectionist and you see the big picture. So when something doesn't work out, you're not afraid to try again. And with the research, I guess in this life, you really are meant to find out more about how things work, how the universe works, what customs different nations have. And you're really eager to find out. You're eager to research. You're eager to gain knowledge. And studying doesn't always have to be annoying. Studying can be really wonderful when you're actually learning something that you want to learn. And that's the case with you. You like to learn, but as long as it actually has like a benefit. So then we've got television, and it's really interesting. I'm getting the media with your pile. I'm getting television. So there might be something that you are meant to do on television. Maybe you are a TV personality, or maybe you work in media, you work in TV, or maybe that would be something for you to consider. Let's have a look. We've got fashion and we've got creator. I've also gotten a similar vibe from a previous pal, but with you, I'm also feeling you guys are definitely meant to share your creations with people. And fashion is another keyword. Maybe the way you dress really makes people wow, because as I've said, there is something about you that I just can't quite explain, that people look at you and they're amazed. They are very drawn to you. And I think fashion could be one of your purposes in life. Expressing yourself. Maybe you express yourself through the way you dress, or maybe you love to experiment and change your hair color every 3 months or so. But fashion also, with what I've said in terms of being a model, yeah, I'm just seeing this is a very big personality here, being a model, being on TV, being on social media, all this type of stuff that's meant for you. And with fashion, I think that's something that you love to express yourself with fashion. So you have your own style, you try out different things and see what works for you and what you can do. And I see you are definitely really original. Like, you're not scared to wear something that other people would judge you for, because you know what's good. Like, you know your way around. Then, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, we got body. As I said, there's something about your body image that's really important to you. I got working out. Let's see, we've got encouragement and trust. Maybe that belongs together. Body, encouragement, something along those lines. And trusting in yourself, trusting in your own abilities is part of your purpose, is part of what you are meant to do. Let's see, there's a few more here. The next two that came out were friendship and soulmate. So in your lifetime, you certainly are meant to find your soulmate, or to meet your soulmate, to really make you believe in soulmates all over again. And since they did come out together, I do think you might have that one best friend that you consider your soulmate, or you are meant to find that one best friend that you consider your soulmate, whether it be romantically or just platonically, that you have known forever and that you know is always going to be by your side. And I feel like they play a huge role in your life, and in terms of your life purpose, they are going to support you through thick and thin and through whatever. So yeah, then we've got three more. We've got decoration, which is really interesting. I would say maybe like architecture or just decoration. I think you're like extremely creative. Maybe like home decor or something like that is something that you're also really into, because I can see that you're a very it's just like you have an eye for detail. It's like you have an eye for fashion, for accessory, and also for home decor. That's just the way it occurs to me. And that could also be part of your life purpose. And then the last two we've got, first of all, is movement. That just perfectly aligns with what I said. You're constantly on the go. You never settle, and you're constantly somewhere. You like to travel, or it is your purpose to travel around the world. And the last one is glamour, which kind of resonates with the whole fashion and decoration thing, because I just feel like you have an eye to detail. And that's definitely going to help you out as well in your life. So yeah, this is all I have for you. I really hope that it did resonate and that you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I love you so much. Thank you guys for supporting me. And if you would like to join the community, don't mind subscribing to my channel. I would love for you to do that, actually. And that's all I'm going to ask from you today. And thank you so much, guys, and I hope to see you again soon. Remember to always believe in your dreams and to never settle for less. Goodbye.